Hello everyone, hope this is all right. Welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. A bit of a different video for you today. I've been meaning to do this, and we'll probably do a proper long one in the summer. But with it being Mental Health Awareness Week, mental health does not get talked about enough. So it's not your football video. So if this is about you've tuned in for football, this isn't for you. You can click off. But there's going to be some links in the description. I'm going to open up a little bit about my own mental health state and so on and so on. But look, mental health awareness is massive. I don't think it gets talked about. It's from Monday just past till this Sunday. So I wanted to have a little chat with you, talk to you about that. It's okay, to have a little cry, to be upset, to feel the emotions that it's been a bad day sometimes for a lot of people. Do you know what it is? But there's always tomorrow. And I wanted to share my experiences because you only ever really get to see the front of all of us here at Newcastle Fans TV, to be honest with you. You never get to see what's happening behind the camera, what's going on with that person's life. And in our channel, and we've had 2 to 3, I would say, I'm not going to drop any names, and some of these people you might not always see, have thought about ending their lives, and it's something that we've done a lot of charity stuff over the years with things like food banks, men's mental health awareness, cancer foundations, you name it, and we always try to give something back. And we will be this summer once again for a very, very person close to our hearts on NFTV. But going back to a situation where people can be in a bad state of mind. I'm not an expert. I'm not. But what I will say, and using this platform, is that it's okay to feel like shit. It's okay to have a little cry. If it makes you feel better, do it. If you can talk to someone, absolutely fantastic. Please do. Because it's not just saving your own life, you're saving others around you. And I've seen people be destroyed. And that's not just mental health. I'm talking like even things like gamble addictions and stuff like that. It can absolutely destroy somebody. It can, we can always talk about, if people publicly, we can always talk about our Italian midfielder. So it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't discriminate. It could be your partner. It could be your parents. It could be your kids when they grow up. It could be someone you're very close to. It could be a complete stranger. It could be someone sitting next to on a train or a bus. It could be someone who's happy, very happy, but fronts it. Look at Robin Williams. You would never think that. But there's always that saying, isn't it? Check up on someone twice. Check up on them. Just make sure, that you're there for them, but make sure that it hits home that you're there for them. Or if you are the person that is struggling, as I say, I'm not an expert in men's mental health, women's mental health, whatever kind of state that person may be in. However, I can only talk from my experiences, and I'll be honest with you, I had a shit childhood. Like, I don't want to go in too much what I went through, but what I will say is I never dealt with it. It was horrendous if I was to sit you down and have a one-on-one chat with you. But I didn't deal with that as a kid, and I just parked it one side, and other family members did, whereas I didn't. I just parked it aside and thought, do you know what? I'm alright. I don't need to talk about it. I'll never talk about it again. But the reality is, it literally destroyed almost every single relationship that I got into, because of the fact I couldn't communicate, which is ironic considering I run a fans channel which communicates. Mental. No pun intended. But it would destroy relationships because I couldn't communicate, and that would cause behavioural problems and so on and so on. It could be, emotional abuse, even though you don't even meant to show that. It could be all sorts. Not being supportive. It's all terms of abuse. I was abused and as a kid as well. So it can go a long way of not having to deal with it. And I had an impact on other people around me. And it affected them and affected me massively recently. I would say about 3 years ago. And I'll always remember it because I kind of link a lot of stuff in my timeline with football. So we had just been taken over. Steve Bruce had gone. Eddie Howe came in. Didn't get off the best of start. Went into the new year. And then I think was signed Kieran Trippier was the first one. And then we played Watford. And I think it was either, was it before the Cambridge game or after? It's one of the two. Anyways. And that's when it all started for me. And obviously I had a relationship breakdown, which I was absolutely devastated about. I was absolutely heartbroken. I caused it. It was my own fault for my actions and lack of actions and you name it. And I seeked a lot of therapy. A lot of people probably don't know that I seeked a lot of therapy at that time. I wanted to fix myself. I wanted to improve my life because I'd never dealt with my childhood, and that would, and I shouldn't use that as an excuse, and I shouldn't, to be honest with you. But I took the therapy. I took a couple hours a week at my own time, and just, you know what, I thought I'm going to work on myself and work on myself and work on myself. And I always use football, and I still do, to be honest with you, is my escape. So this time of year, when the football comes to an end, I struggle a little bit with my mental health in terms of it being taken away. The Saturday going to the game, the Sunday the women's, because that's my fix, that's my release, that's my happy moment. And I might twist on, even to the other rest of the lads, I might twist on thinking, oh, fucking hell, I've got another video to do. Oh, fucking hell, I've got to edit this. Oh, fucking hell, he's not doing that. Oh, fucking hell, I've got to do that. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. That's a different kind of stress because I enjoy it, but I hate it at the same time because of the workload, if that makes sense. But that gets taken away, me Saturdays, me Sundays, and then I've got to replace that. And I'm like, that's why, partly, not all of it, but partly why I do every single game, men and women, home and away. So I did 89 last season. I've done 73 so far. I'll hit 75. So I'm guaranteed to go over 70 games every single season, men and women, because I absolutely love it. And I spend absolutely thousands upon year. You're probably talking, because you think about the Australia trip, Japan's, Saudi Arabia, USA, Champions League away nights, more European nights coming up. It's at least 10 grand a year I spend on Newcastle United. At least. It's probably more in terms of travel and all that and hotels and stuff. But that gets taken away. And what I do is I look at, and the way I'll try and describe it and hopefully help anybody out there. If it helps one person in this video, brilliant. So what I do is anybody who follows me on social media, or if you're subscribing to NFTV Extra, is if you have a look at some of the videos that are on there, I do occasionally do some travel vlogs, and that is my escape, where I will take the dog, because I absolutely love him to bits, and he was probably at the time of my relationship breakdown, because I got him when it was all gone tits up and I was at my lowest. He was the first thing I clinched on and would love to death, love him to bits. And people might joke on, oh, he's just a dog and all that sort of stuff, and I hate that remark. And people say, oh, you shouldn't have got that dog. And people say that, and I'm like, fuck off. That's me fucking best pal. That is effectively almost like my son. My little one's all grown up. Do you know what I mean? That's the nearest thing to I have, who is my companion. And I'm dead proud of the fact that he has an absolutely fantastic life. He's out nearly every day. He's happy. He's lovable. I've just got him the way I wanted. I've always wanted a Frenchie, and that was a massive pickup for me. And I know dogs are not here for forever, and I know anybody who's suffered a loss, it hurts. But he is part of my family, a massive part of my family, and that's why you see him in a lot of the videos, like the drive downs and stuff like that, because I want him to be part of something that I love, which is creating content as well. So he was a massive factor in bringing me up, because dogs are just a man's best friend, man. Dogs are, if nobody's ever really had a dog, they would never know. So yous have got dogs, you'll definitely know. But so anyways, yeah, so I thought, right, I'm going to do the therapy, and I'm going to keep doing it. And I've done it for about 2 years. So I've been therapy free for over a year now, and honestly I feel so much better in myself. And probably the last thing I wanted to do was a physical look, in terms of I'm getting older, I'm in my late 30s, I wanted to slim down, and that's what I did. I've nearly lost 3 stone, and I'm at a happy weight now where I'm in between 12.5 to 13 stone, in between that bracket. I'm fluctuating 1 or 2 pounds either way now. So I'm happy. I'm in my happy weight, because I think also it affects your mental health. It also take I don't know, a bit of pride in your appearance, because if you're fit and healthy and you're overweight, for me, my mindset, I'm thinking, you're not looking after yourself, are you? You're showing other people that you don't look after yourself. So that was just a trigger point. The cup final goes, right, I'm going to lose some weight. That I had a goal. And even when I go to the gym now, I don't enjoy going to the gym all the time, but it's just like, right, I'm doing this because of this. There's an end goal. And even when at the gym, it's I'm fighting a mental state in my mind, because when I'm at the gym, I like to do about 500 calories. So I'm thinking, right, I've got to get a half a mile on a treadmill. Right, I'm at half a mile. What calories are burned? Right, I've got to get 100 calories. Right, I've got to get to a mile. I've got to get to a mile now. Right, I'm going to have a breathe. I'm going to walk on the treadmill for 0.3 miles, and then I'll go again. Right, I'm at 200 calories. Right, I'm nearly halfway. So I'm like that. That's how I work with my mental state. I'm slow. Like, you're driving to London, I don't think, oh, fucking hell, it's 5 hours there, 5 hours back. If I've got to come back the same day, that'll change when I get full time, of course. But it's like, right, I'm at Leeds now. Right, I'm at Nottingham. Okay, I'm at Watford. I'm nearly there. Yeah, that's how I do it, and that's how I work. Some people are very, very different, and it depends how you are. But going back to anybody who's struggling, I can only talk of my experiences there. Is that I used to destroy relationships, not intentionally. I didn't go out and fucking hell and all that. Do you know what I mean? And I had a massive heartbreak with my last one before the other one, the one that really hurt us, because that person meant a lot to us. Probably still does to some extent, but I had to make change, and I wanted to change myself for her, which was wrong. But what I did, I changed myself after a while for me, and I reaped the benefits. And I'm more than happy to talk to anybody about mental health. Obviously, I'm sure Joe, big shout out Joe, will talk about his situation. So anybody who knows Joe, he had a little bit of wobble, and I was fucking panicking, because I've kind of like seen that with my own family, and I was really worried, and I had to, do a couple of stuff which I didn't want to, but I had to for him, and it was shaking and all that sort of stuff. But please, if it was well. So Joel talked about that in his own time. I don't want to go too much into it, because it's not my place. It's public knowledge, more or less. So I don't have to like broadcast what went on and what have you. But that was genuinely, honestly, really, really scared that seeing someone in that position for the first time since I went through all that. I was like, fucking hell. Aye, so mental health is massive. It's massive, and it's not this type of video that I would do, but I want to try and help someone with the platform. This video is not going to get to 10,000 views. It's not going to get 20,000 views. I might only get 1,000 if I'm lucky. But you know what it is, if I can help that one person. It might not be you watching. It could be your partner, your brother, your best pal, your kids, whoever, your grandparents. Reach out to them. Do it. Make them feel like they're special. Bring them. Go do it now. Pause what you're doing, even if you're not with them. Send them a message. I fucking love you. You mean the world to us. Just do it. Honestly, you'll bring them up to a level that they'll get a massive buzz from. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I fucking love you too, son. Oh, do you know what I mean? Just do it. Just tell someone right now what you think of them. Think of the world. Honestly, do it. Make you feel better. That's what I've learned with therapy as well. But reach out. There's a lot of help out there. I used it. It was incredible. There's some incredible charities out there as well. Professional help that doesn't cost you anything. Take advantage of it. There's going to be some links. We've got one very close to our heart. Newcastle United Foundation. Josh obviously works massively with them as well, who's behind the scenes. He's a massive advocate for it. And we always joke on. And I've got the plaque. It probably needs a good clean, like, to be honest with you. It does. Big Game Changer. We won that as well. And we were really heavily into pushing mental health. We don't do enough on the channel, to be honest with you. We didn't. And that's me being just brutally honest and critical of the platform that we have. Yes, we do a lot of charity stuff, but we don't talk about it enough. So hopefully this reaches someone. Very different, as I say. I'm pretty comfortable talking about it. It's out there. And if you can, as I say, because I'm rambling on a little bit, have a look at the links in the description. Send this video on to someone who might be struggling, who's had a bad relationship, or just going through a shitty time with just life in general. They might have I've lost my job, losing my job. But I know a lot of people, my co-workers, who are pretty scared about losing their job, whereas I'm not, because I've got this around us and going full time excitement. But a lot of people don't reach out to them. Are you okay? That's what I've done with one or two people. How then? trying to be positive about the change and what have you. And I've told a few people at work, go and do what you love. Don't just sit there doing the same job. If you didn't love this job, go and do something that you love. Use this time as we're nearing to redundancy. Go and chase what you love. That's what I'm literally going to do. I urge anybody, go and chase your job. Yes, you might not get it straight away. Look at Sam. He's buggering off from NFTV, but look what he's doing. He's chasing his dream. Fair play. Do you know what I mean? Do it. Right. I'm going to love yous and leave yous. We've got the build up to all this weekend's action, if I call it that, with Arsenal. But hopefully that's helped you. Hopefully that's helped someone out there. And we'll see you soon on Newcastle Fans TV.